This is the opening of the Wayans brothers.
This might be just an outtake. Okay.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. Talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. What kind of remix was that? Huh? You ain't hear that intro?
What?
That intro had all kind of music going on top of it. It had its song going on top of itself.
Seriously? Good morning.
Yeah,
Wilson.
It was playing the one-on-one game.
Really?
Yeah, Darryl Hall, John Oates. Yes, that's what it was.
Sandra Hill Wilson, yes, happy first day of March. And
hey, Sandra. Hello, happy first day of March.
We appreciate you being an integral part of, she said over jamming. It was over jamming.
See, no, I'm talking about. I told you it was playing a one-on-one game.
Oh
like,
my God.
Well, Christie Taylor.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Good morning, everybody. This is the Taylor Tilton Show. I'm Christie Taylor, and she's Tina Tilton, and
this show is sponsored by Christie Taylor Consulting and the Podcast Center. Go on, I'm trying to put my lash on now.
Well, actually, while you were doing that, I was running into the kitchen to make sure I took my oatmeal off the stove because I am not burning my oatmeal today.
Please, Lord Jesus, for the life of her husband to be, please don't let her burn the oatmeal today. We are trying to make a good impression here.
Because I already pronounced in February that it's the love month as well as Black history, so it's Black Love Month. That love is on the menu for Christie Taylor in 2022. Okay, it's official. Love is officially on the menu. So if you're serving up love, I am sitting, I am dining, I am ready for love. But here it is. That, yes, last week I couldn't even boil water. So yes, if I'm going to be somebody who's serving up love, they may also need to be serving up food because in the relationship. But guess what? As our number one fan, Sandra Hill Wilson, our family says happy first day of March. So welcome to March, ladies and gentlemen.
It is March. And you know what? And we're only 20 days away from spring.
Wow.
That's it. All these past ice storms are pretty much put behind us, I think.
Yeah,
maybe okay. I hope I'm not speaking prematurely because April do have surprises sometimes.
Yes, but check this out. In addition to this being the first day of March, it is also the segue into Women's History Month. So
Women's History Month?
Yeah, Women's History Month. So
Okay.
just like you had 28 days of Black History Month, you're about to have days of Women's History Month or celebrating
Gotcha.
women. So guess what? Just like last month was Black Love Month because it was Black History Month plus the Love Month. Let's consider this Black Women's Month. This is Black Women's Month because
I
we're Black
like
women.
that. I
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
That
So,
is what we are, aren't we?
yeah, we are Black women. Yeah,
Hey.
we of the Black persuasion. I'm Black and I'm proud. And
I'm
I'm
young, gifted, and black. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
young.
Okay, so two out of three ain't bad. Two out of three ain't bad.
Yeah, right. I mean, well, depending upon where you are on the age continuum as a Black woman, you still young. Now, I may not be as young. As a matter of fact, this is a great segue into celebrating Black women. I want to celebrate on this first day of March, Black Women History Month, that we're
Black
also
women.
celebrating aging Black women. Yes, since I'm in my 50s. Yeah. Thank you, Sandra. She says she loves it. Yes, yes. So aging Black women, because you got to age gracefully. And let me tell you something. One reason why I am going to master cooking my own breakfast and not burning my oatmeal is because as gracefully aging Black woman, I am learning what the old folk was telling me, honey. You got to
What's
change
that?
your diet. You got to start drinking more water.
Dear Jesus.
Okay, now see, I told you about the gluten-free oatmeal, but you got to add more fiber to your life. Oh yeah, say fiber.
Oh, is that why sometimes I be stopped up? You
Yeah.
need fiber?
Yes, ma'am. You need to add
I
more
need more.
fiber.
Need more fiber.
If you're
I thought fiber was in the darn Big Mac. Did I gun it?
No, she didn't. No, you did not think that. I don't know. Was it the
Yes, I
pickles?
did.
Was the pickles? Is that what you're thinking that the fiber was in? Because it wasn't
No,
in
the special sauce. Girl,
Ooh.
you gotta have that special sauce on that Big Mac.
Now they might have some fiber in there in that special sauce. But the rest of that bread and that make believe meat is definitely not going.
Make believe. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. That's your 50 self talking. No. What's going on? What's the
No, she
dietary stuff?
didn't.
Because I'm okay. I'm approaching there. I'm approaching. Let's keep it real. I'm approaching your age, Christy
Oh,
Taylor.
well, okay.
So
So that means.
what do we need to do?
Well, I'm gonna just tell you what I have learned through osmosis, and your mom, because your mom is an integral part of this conversation too.
Oh,
So
don't you
you know
talk about
how
my
to
mama.
some good advice. But I do know for certain that as you begin to age, and since they say black don't crack, but we certainly do have to learn how to add more fiber. Got to keep hydrated. Our skin may not. I actually read an amazing article about one reason why Black people we age differently, particularly in the face and stuff, is because our bone density. So it doesn't fall as fast, as well as our skin, the melanin, keeps us a little bit more elastic into our older age. Howsoever, we also do know that internally we can age. And have you ever seen a very attractive older Black woman and her hands just look really like, okay, all her age is in her hands?
Yes, I have.
And see, that's the kind of thing I think that we have to, as far as of course, a lot of times we love to clean and bleach and all them harsh things, but learning how to hydrate our bodies inside out, also the type of things, changing. I know for certain when I hit my late 40s and early 50s, I had to literally change my beauty regimen. I could not wear certain colognes anymore. I was having very bad skin breakouts.
Scaring me.
I had to literally go to more natural soaps and cleaning.
Oh, I'm really getting scared now.
Come on, Tina.
I'm listening. All this natural stuff and this and that. Christy Taylor, you said black don't crack, but it sure does gray. This is what happened to me just last week. So, and I'm listening to you, and it really is starting to kind of like, is this happening to me? Am I going to have to start to change my everything that I've ever done and learned?
Yes. Your diet,
oh my goodness,
water, the things you put on your body, because your skin is your biggest organ. So oftentimes we think it's just what I'm putting in my body. No, even on your body. And even though black don't crack, it does gray, and it can age internally. And like I said, seeing those hands. Come on, tell me about this. Okay, so
okay. So I'm in the restroom. I'm in the bathroom as I am now, preparing for a film, preparing to tape as I am now. And so, us black women, we use this new product that they call edge control. So I had me some edge control on my baby hair, and I was putting some edge control right there on my baby hair on my right side. And as I was doing that, so I saw something that already looked like it had edge control on it, and I hadn't even put edge control on my hair yet.
What are you talking about?
So I had to look a little closely, and it ended up being a gray hair on my right side in the front. And I said, wait a minute, hold on. So I got the brush. I said, maybe that's last night's edge control. I'm gonna just brush it off. It's got to be some leftover from last night. It was not any leftover. It was actually a shiny hair on my right side of the front of my head. And I was like,
Wait a minute.
what is happening?
I wish we could have seen you in the bathroom, because did you do that, Yale?
I did because like for real, like I'm too through. I was like, oh my God, like I got my set it off braids, but I got a gray thing sticking out right here. Come on now, you can't set it off and be gray at the same time.
Hold on. Yes, you can. Yes, you can set it off with a gray hair.
I ain't never seen such. Oh man, I was too through. So you know what I did?
What?
I plucked it.
No, you
So
did
it's
not.
gone.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's gone. It's gone.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. Age one over here that I've learned. They say the more you pluck, the more they grow.
Who is they?
Old folk be saying, look, first, that was wisdom. You plucked wisdom out of your scalp?
No, I plucked the discoloration out of my scalp.
Oh, Tina.
Girl, I'm for real, Christie Taylor. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Now, again, I know that I am fastly approaching 50. That's hard to say.
You're fastly approaching the big 50.
I am this year in August. I will be 50. It does not feel like it, and I have little kids, so I really don't feel like it.
There are people right now saying you just got your first gray hair at 49, like really legitimately.
Yeah.
I tell you,
Yeah,
it
I have.
a segue though between 40 to 50. Now I have to say, I'll just say that I have gray hair too, but I will say my first gray hair. We're gonna skip over my first gray hair. This is a PG-13. PG-13.
Okay.
PG-13. But I will say that once I did start getting gray coloration on the top of my head. On the top of my head, it was like maybe one gray hair, and it just stayed there by itself, right there in that peak, and then a couple of years later, I got another one. I'm like, golly, I guess I don't have enough wisdom, because my gray coming in real slow. Like she's slow. Like,
wait a minute. So what? Tell me again the age that you first discovered your first one.
I was in my 40s, I think, when I first got my first gray, and then a couple years later, I got another gray on the other side, I think, and then I just noticed that I got a few more. But I'm like, okay, so am I kind of slow because the wisdom is not kicking in? Because gray in the Bible.
Were you still in your 40s when the second one kicked in 2 years later?
No, a couple years later. It could have been even in my almost 50.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was graying very, very slow. I mean, like right now, you would have to look, and then of course, I'll cut my hair in a minute to a tiny, tiny fro, and you may see just a little bit of curly gray. But it's wisdom. It's wisdom. And I always felt like if I was one of those people, because, I like following those Instagram accounts where Black women are aging, what they call flying ageless, honey, flying ageless. And they have the most beautiful gray hair. Like, and I'm like,
that sounds like an old wives' tale for me.
So you're not going to be one of those. You're not going to embrace the gray. You're going to be the kind that dye your hair like all the time.
Hey, now what brand is the best?
First of
Dark and Lovely, TCB, or is it TCBY?
So you plucked your first gray hair. Now your first gray hair gonna come back with some cousins.
Oh Lord, you're not right. You're not right. Well, where are they coming back at? Are still on the top of my head?
Uh-huh.
More.
Well, hopefully,
Okay.
you know something. Okay, I also say by the time I get into my 50s, and black women know this too, the chin, baby, for whatever reason, the
Oh, wait a
chin
minute.
gets that little populated hair, and sometimes you may get a gray, and then under the neck. Now, once that started happening, I was like, no, really, really, I ain't trying,
Oh,
really.
well, you know what? Now I can say now I've been had that. Yeah, I've been had that.
So
Just
you
not
okay? Let
gray.
me get this straight. You're more concerned with one gray hair than the mustache and the beard and the hair under your chin. Really, I cannot. I cannot with you.
Yeah, what you talking about? You can see that gray hair sticking out and stuff like that. But those those hairs on the chin and around the neck, they get plucked too. That's why I knew to pluck that silver bell that I saw a week ago. It is not Christmas time in the city. It is time for you to go. Pluck here, pluck there. Gone.
I don't know what to say about you right now because you're not trying to age gracefully.
You don't think so?
You're not trying to embrace it.
But come on. Well, now, seriously, think about it. We're television personalities. So TV personalities really do not, quote unquote, age.
That's
Think
true.
about it. I mean, Ron Childers, he just started to show his gray. Ron Childers has been on TV since I was 5, and I'm 50.
Years. You're right, 1,000 years.
Yeah.
But that is true. I will say, okay,
I mean,
based on
Joe
our
Burton got the same hair color from when I was 2. Like, really? So, and if they are local personalities that has not appeared to be or have not appeared to age, then why should we? Well, we're not aging. I mean, we're gonna cover it up. We're gonna disguise it, Christy.
what you said, we're gonna do what now?
We're gonna cover it up. We're gonna disguise it, just like they do. And then people still think we're in our 30s.
Well, I'm just saying, I disguise it with wigs. Okay, I disguise it with wigs. I don't color.
Yeah, me too, by force.
Oh, by 4.
Yeah, you know, when I had my baby, then some of my hair came out.
Oh.
I don't know what that's called, and it's not alopecia. People ask, is that alopecia? That's called alopecia. I said, no, the doctor gave it a different terminology, like when your body is pregnant and when your body has, has just given life and it goes through a trauma stage. Some women have the postpartum. I never had that. I never felt like, oh Lord, I want to do away with my baby. No, I don't want to do away with my baby. I want to keep my baby. Glory be to God. But it did affect my hair. And she was born in October. Around December, I immediately started to see my hair shedding. It's oh Lord, there's a problem. So I went in January to the doctor, and it's like it's shedding even more. And I believe I thought I had given this story before. Nonetheless, they put me on all these products and Rogaine and hair treatments and scalp stingers. I don't know what they're really called. That's what I call them. They were in my scalp, like, ow, this is supposed to electrocute my, it's supposed to wake up my cells. It's stinging. Ouch.
Vibrating your scalp.
I'm telling you, it didn't wake them cells up. Them cells like, leave me alone. We sleep. We still resting. We just had a baby. But seriously, here we are 7 years later. Yes, it has grown back. It hasn't grown to the extent that I would have liked for it to grow, but I'm gonna take full responsibility for that. I was about to say some responsibility, but no, I'll take full responsibility for that because I did not tend to my hair after all those various treatment options that they were giving me that did not appear to work. I did give up. I gave up maybe mid 2015, something like that, and just let it just whatever you're gonna do doesn't matter. I'm gonna wear a wig anyway, so whatever.
You know something, part of women, part of the celebration that I want to have for women and particularly Black women is the fact that our bodies do go through so many changes through the chapters of our lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oftentimes we just think about menstrual cycles and menopause, but between those two, there are so many other evolutionary changes that are happening in our body, our emotions, in our mental. And that's why we have such a need for self-care. And I love this self-care movement that is happening, women around the world. And even like you're saying, giving birth, postpartum, the loss of
that's
hair.
real. That's
I
real.
remember when I lived in Detroit, and my godmother, my adopted godmother, when I got up there, I was in my early 20s, and she saw that I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So she pretty much took me under her wings, and and things like that. And she had an only child born on the same day as me, December 30th, decades apart, of course. But she said that after she had birth, that, and even while she was giving birth, that basically her baby and her pregnancy took a lot of her bone density, and she ended up with arthritis in her 30s after her birth.
Oh, wow!
Because they
Was
say
that her first child?
That was her first and only child.
Oh,
because
God.
I think after that child, they advised her that due to the way her body was, reacting to pregnancy, that it wouldn't be advisable because it would become, it would become debilitating. And a lot of times people don't know the power of being a woman is the ability to bring forth life, but there's also some challenges that can come in the aftermath. And thank you that you're sharing your story, because somebody may be feeling some kind of way. Here you are, a living legend, having, really pushed to have a child, because you didn't have a child until later in life, and to have this, be a part of your fallout. Because like you said, you plucking out your gray hair, because there is a vanity to our profession.
Yes, there is.
And therefore, this could have really sent you over the edge psychologically. I mean, real talk. Hey, y'all, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show. This is Women's Month, and we are celebrating being women. And
yeah, Christie is, but I'm cleaning out my back seat. I got chips bags from girls, cookies.
Well,
Lord, apple juice boxes, books.
Well, even that is your celebration of being a woman, the ability to do all that. While talking to me on a show that is around the globe, you are being a mother, a woman. I'm a woman. Remember that Anjali commercial?
Anjali. Oh, yes, and had some too.
Did you have that? Hey,
I did.
Look at something. We're going to be on his show today. Happy friends. Happy Women's Month late. Thank you, Lavelle Damon Salter Sr., affectionately known in the M-Town as DJ One Love.
I know that's right.
Okay, but I'm going to say this as a aging Black woman, and I'm super excited because a lot of times people say, women don't tell their age. Let me tell you something. Me and my girl Francine, shout out to Francine Walker in the Motor City. We remembered having discussions in our 20s when we would see older Black women who were looking real fly, even older white women or anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you was an older looking woman, probably in your 40s and up, and still was put together, feeling fly, we're like, that's what we want to go for. That's right there, because we didn't want to be embittered women, mad that we're aging, because technically, let me tell you something. Hey, Francine Walker, yay, she's here. Okay,
she's listening. Okay.
So actually, Francine will testify to this, that we were in our 20s over 30 years ago, making decisions on our mindset of how we wanted to age. And we were like, honey, we are not going to be embittered aging women, mad about young folk looking younger than us, tighter than us, still engaged and stuff. Because we said we're going to be in our 80s and 90s on the porch swinging, laughing and giggling. And they're going to be like, what y'all laughing at? Because we're going to be having flashbacks on all the fun we had. Okay? We're going to be having good times in here and now. And when we can't do no more, that's right, Francine, good times. We're going to be like, baby, you remember when? And we're going to giggle and laugh. And the other thing we decided was how we did want to embrace the fly and ageless, being ageless. And like you said, knowing that Black don't crack. However, we do age in our minds and our body. Making sure you get that fiber, making sure we get that movement so your joints don't get stiff. Because there's certain things.
My friends and I, we kind of did the same thing, but we said it differently. We just said, "Oh, we want to look like that when we get old." That's it. That's it. That's how you say it. That's how you say it in South Memphis. you, y'all did a whole documentary on what it's going to be like 20, 30 years from now. No. Oh, that's what I want to look like when I get old. The end. Me too.
Well, Francie just said yes. Aging is a gift, and that's what we all now. Because see, one reason why we were saying that aging is a gift because we were in a age where the HIV/AIDS epidemic was happening. There was a lot, even some of the racial disparities. We're coming out of an age where sometimes you still had the backlash about the lynchings. I mean, just social injustices. So to age is actually. Yeah, she said, and Detroit is extra. Yeah. They like, what, honey? We gonna look till we 99 years old, looking fly than the one that's 19 in Detroit. But baby, okay, it was in
Now
Detroit.
I dare not be that old woman with blonde hair and two gold teeth and stuff like that. No. Crop top. No.
As long as your blonde is cute, just don't put the gold in your mouth. Just don't put the gold in.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could do blonde as no old lady. No.
Have you seen some of those fashionistas, some of those ladies in the fashion world who are
now? I've seen some very pretty silver or platinums, and those are pretty, in my opinion.
So when would you embrace that? At 70?
Not blonde, honey.
No, I'm telling you, you're silver gray because you plucked out your first sign of silver gray.
I did.
So
it's gone.
But
you said it's coming back with cousins. You said, why would I not?
When would you accept it? At 70?
Probably as soon as I get off of the TV screen.
That will never happen.
Oh, it won't? Well, never.
Black don't crack, and black dye is what you got going on.
But black dye is what I got. That's right. that's good. I like that.
We said black don't crack, but it sure goes gray. So she finna change it to black don't crack, black dye is what I do. Oh God! But I'm saying, right now, I'm so happy. I did not burn my oatmeal, but this is a source of fiber, gluten free. My high end oatmeal. Honey, replacing sugar. I put in applesauce also as an added sweetener. I am really learning, like you said, I know I talk about my orange juice with the cayenne pepper and turmeric because that's also helping with inflammation in the body. I'm learning to drink more water. I'm not talking about aging gracefully because a lot of people think, okay, they tell me that they think I'm in my late 30s, early 40s. Do you think they be lying to me?
No, you do actually look mid 40s. I would have given you mid 40s. I seriously would have given you that had I not been 49 myself. But yes, I would have given you mid 40s. Are you there? Am I there? Am I still here?
Lavelle,
okay.
Part of what just happened is that Tina left the house, so now I'm in echo mode probably because she has me on.
Oh yeah, I'm driving, and it's okay because you were talking about your oatmeal and your honey in it and things like that. But I'm about to pass Burger King. Yes,
No!
I like a number one croissant, a ham, please, with hash browns, sweet tea, no ice.
Are you ordering for real?
No, but I sure was imagining. Sure sounds good.
But you say you've already started changing some things, though.
Not that, Christie Taylor.
Well, what have you been changing as you've aged?
My wigs. My wig colors.
I'm through it, y'all. Oh God.
Like somebody come get her off of my phone.
Wait a minute, 9:30. It's time for me to wake up.
Okay.
Good morning. My alarm is going off.
I hear your alarm. Lord have mercy.
Okay.
Turn that TV off.
You know something? It's Black Women's Month. You know, I done renamed it the Black Women's Month. It's Black Women's Month. And I'm gonna to celebrate women who age gracefully. First of all, like Cicely Tyson, Angela Bassett, rest in peace, Cicely Tyson. But she
What
showed
about
up.
me?
You plucking gray hair. I can't claim you right now.
You can't celebrate me because I plucked my gray hair. Oh man. Okay, I'll take that.
All right, Lavera, does it sound better? No, it is. I put my headphones on and it's still echoing. Yeah, it's because Tina's out in these goddamn go streets.
But hey, I'm not fussing at anyone yet.
You gotta
I don't
admit,
hear an echo.
okay, it's a little bit on my side.
Oh, okay.
Uh
Lavelle, you gonna be all right and strong, and we'll see you in 30 minutes. So leave us alone.
well, Francine just said echo too.
Oh, hey, Francine, you so nice.
Now, Francine,
Thank
give us some tips on how to age gracefully because she's like 6 months older than me.
Oh, wow. You did not throw Francine under the bus. But seriously,
No.
let me ask you this, Christy. You did email me an article about
Yes.
the women and aging and things of that nature. And I did look over it. I didn't get an opportunity to read it entirely, but um, what I did see, I did agree with it. I honestly did agree with it. I saw where one woman stated that when she was in her 40s, she was still denying the fact that she was 40 and was not truthful about her age. And I can say, and I wondered, honestly, I thought that was just something that I did, especially in my earlier days, in my earlier years of 40. I would still say, well, either you figure it out or I was born in the 70s, and so that could have been anywhere from 70 to 79, obviously.
Francine and we're laughing at you. We're laughing at you. Okay, Amy, I see you, Amy. I see you. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah, she said a little echo a bit. Yeah. But yeah,
Oh.
me and Francine are laughing at you. Yeah, we're laughing at you.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, but in reality, I don't know when I started to be truthful about my age, but it had to be after I reached 40 something that I began telling the truth, because I was like, shoot, honey, child, look, I'll tell you one thing, I look good. This is my age. This is
Yes.
how old I'm is, and accept it. But if not, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it seriously doesn't matter. And of course, I got joked and laughed at and things like that when it was discovered or realized that I was pregnant. Like, you're about to have a baby at 42. Don't you know that's too old? Don't you know you're a Sarah? Don't you know age, and you're gonna be a grandmama, and you're gonna be 60, she'll be 18, so on and so forth. I heard it. I've heard it. But I was like, but this ain't your call. This is not your call. It really was not even my call, because if it were up to me, I would have had my child at maybe 36, 35, 36. It did not happen that way. It happened when God said, now you're ready. Now I want this child to be birthed by you and Sam at 42 and 44 years old. That's when it happened. And I hope I'm there. Okay, I was about to say, I hope I'm being heard right now.
And
So-
this is powerful. This is powerful because you know something that Francine had said earlier, that the second act can be amazing. And then you're right, Francine. Society makes aging unattractive for women, and you have to
Yeah.
drown the world out. Just like with when to become a mother, whether to stay
When to
single,
become a
whether to
mother, right?
or to go,
That's
or to get
that's not your call.
married. Yeah.
Right. That is not your call. That call is, everyone has their own journey. And I've shared that with even some family members just recently. I was like, just because society tends to gear more towards one or two popular ways of doing life, that does not make it right or the correct journey for you. So go on your journey and be okay with it. The views and opinions are those of Tina Tilton and not necessarily those of the sponsors of the Christie Taylor Consulting or the Podcast Center
But I
or
agree.
anybody else that's a sponsor.
But I
Shoot.
agree with it. And as a aging black woman, I will say, and that's right. Amen, Tina. That's what Francis said. Amen, Tina. And
Oh,
I'll
okay.
say, as a single Black woman who never got married and never had children, one of the things that we had to also navigate is the societal pressures of when you gonna get
Yeah.
married.
When you gonna get married and when you gonna have a child? Right, a child.
You know,
I
I'm
don't know. Maybe never. I don't know.
maybe never. Now, of course, I will say 2022, love is on the menu, baby. If you serving up
Love is
love,
still on me. That's right.
yeah,
That's
but
right.
check this out. And Francine and I will tell you this. I said that marriage is not necessarily the only way that I can have serve love for me.
And you know what? And sexual intimacy is not the only way to have a child either. And I
What
can
you
tell you
saying?
this. I'm telling you, I can tell you this, and I'll give you a little secret. The getting to know you. Maybe I'll kick it off today. But the getting to know you for me for today is that my husband and I, we are in adoption mode. Not Olivia. Olivia's our own baby, but we are strongly considering another child. Uh, so again, that's not the only way to have a baby. That there are children out there that could use a good, caring, loving adult. And if that's placed upon anyone's heart that's listening, go for it. Go for it.
I love it. This is good. The power of woman. The
The power of a
power
woman. Yes. No, the power of an aging woman. I'm
40
serious.
and up,
Like,
baby. 40
think
and
about
up.
it. Think about it. Yeah, but think about it, because if we were in our 20s talking about this, be like, no, ain't get nobody else kid. Oh, bad tell kids. I ain't doing that. I'm gonna have my own. What I want that kid for? So on and
But
so
I have
forth.
to confess, though, I have to confess that even in my 20s, I used to say that if I didn't have a child biologically, that there was surrogacy, there's adoption, there's so many
Sure,
ways to pour into children. And I
sure.
do it, in different ways, including like right now, I'm in the substitute teaching flow.
Yeah,
And just my sheer presence. But like you said, the power of a woman is to make decisions for yourself at every chapter, whether you are 13 to 93. The power of womanhood
yeah,
is a gift from God. And
yeah.
aging is a true gift from God. And it is also a form of resistance in a world that is constantly trying to tell women how to be, Black women, how to look, how to smile, how to walk, how to dress, how to.
Yeah.
So this echo, where did this echo come from? As soon as you got in that car,
Well,
and you
it's
still
Lavelle's
sounding good.
fault. It's Lavelle's fault. Yes, because we are scheduled for a 10 a.m. Podcast interview with him, and I'm headed to the podcast center.
Well, I will say this: that speaking of 10 a.m., the Taylor Tilton show is a prelude to the Taylor Tilton Hour, where we have our two
Oh
TV
yeah.
shows, the Christie Taylor Show and Tina Tilton's The Blend, back to back. Did y'all see that fly picture I posted last night on my Facebook?
Did I last night? What time?
It's the one where we're back to back,
Oh.
looking like media mavens, like media moguls.
Oh yeah, yes, I did see that one. Did I share it? I hope I did. I think.
Mm-mm. Hey,
Honey,
Tina.
I don't know. I think I was trying to keep one eye open.
Oh. Okay, so the Taylor Tilton Show is brought to you by
Christie Taylor Consulting. Yeah. In the podcast center.
Go to our websites for all the
I
details.
know y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, you were asking me. I thought you were going to go for it because I am driving through Bartlett, and anyone that knows and drives in Bartlett knows the cops are out here. So there was a cop on my left and a sheriff on my right, and she wants me to talk and try and go from the top of my head, which I probably should. I should know it by now. But I was looking at them, making sure I wasn't speeding because I ain't got time for no ticket. My husband already got one. We don't need another in our house. And so and the insurance went up. Just Go to our website, like she said, ChristieTaylorConsulting.com and TinaTilton.com.
What you said, because we don't want no tickets as an aging Black woman, honey. Stress free.
No, that's right.
Okay, so you've already said the thing that we didn't know about you.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, that was kind of deep.
I know. So I am pretty excited, though. I may have a baby on the way. Again, not biologically, but
I
By
love that.
love, through love, through love, through love.
Hmm. Well, something you all don't know about me is that I finally got my doctor's appointment set.
Oh gosh. That ain't no real getting to know you. And plus, you told us that at the top of the hour. You got to give us something personal that we don't know.
Whew. Oh my God. Um, oh wow. As the clock ticks away.
Come on, something that you do, or something that your favorite food, your favorite sport. Um,
All right, let me
um,
tell you this. As okay, something you all don't know about me at the age of 56 and with the things that have occurred in the last 12 months, I am seriously considering taking a gap year.
what's a gap?
A gap year is unplugging from the world as I know it
Oh,
and
gap year.
almost like a eat, pray, love experience. I am seriously on a eat, pray, love experience, and I'm trying to find places where I can probably get away, get quiet. You know, I just need strong internet because I got to talk to Tina every Tuesday. But I'm seriously having this 56-year-old crises, and I need to reset and know who I am again. And that's real talk. That is something that people don't know. I am seriously on this thing of my lease is coming up in June. You know, I'm no longer plugged into a 9 to 5 job. And I really feel like I need to have my own eat, pray, love experience where I can just get away, go to other places and rediscover Christie. Real talk. That's one of the things that happens when you get in your 50s is that not so much an identity crisis, but a need to rediscover your, I guess that's identity, huh? Yeah. Who
Yeah,
am
it
I
does
now?
sound like identity.
Yeah, that's serious, and that's very, very serious. That's why a lot of times I think women who've been married with children and relationships dissolve because everybody is like, "Who am I now?" Now, of course, I don't have a husband, I don't have children, so and my mom has passed, so I really, I'm in a beautiful space. So that's something that most people don't know. That I guess I'm in an identity crisis.
Oh, well, but you know what? It almost sounds like, oftentimes I think about, biblically speaking, when the year of Jubilee occurs. And it almost sounds, I mean, and for those of us that are familiar with Jubilee, that's kind of when the debts were paid, and everyone was out of debt. Everything got erased. Everything was new. Everything was reset, if you will. And in many ways, I have often wished that society and the world as a whole would take on the Jubilee type of mentality, or whatever the word is I'm looking for. Because I really feel that it would make this place a for real better place, if we could just reset, for real, reset our lives. I'm not talking about a COVID type of reset. That was a negative reset. Although it was a reset, and there was some positive results or consequences, but the reasoning behind it was the 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 source was negative. And I hope I'm still here. Okay, good.
You are.
Okay.
You ministering to me as I eat my oatmeal. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, and even when, again, biblically speaking, when people got married, who caused that? Okay, sorry about that. When people got married, back in the day, they were even not allowed to work for a year.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
you
That
know,
first year of marriage.
that
That's
first year of
true.
marriage, yeah, you get to know one another. I don't know how they survived. It doesn't say that. I have no idea, but it doesn't matter because it still happened.
That was the
Yeah,
responsibility of the family and the
sure.
community.
Okay. So just in many ways, I'm just like, woo wee. This greed spirit is some serious, because I can't see it being anything else besides greed. Like, what happened? Why the change? What made someone say, this ain't working. Let's do it this way. So,
And it's greed
and
because the person who said it ain't even out here working.
I ain't even out here working. And it's just terrible. So, just getting back to your needing to eat, pray, and What else you say? What's your third one?
Lord Jesus, it's eat, pray, love.
Okay, love.
We just
Okay,
sing the
hey,
movie. We
I
just
forgot.
sing
I
the
forgot about
movie.
love. I forgot about love. Yeah, that. But seriously, e-
Right
eat,
now,
pray,
I'm
and love.
eating. I'm eating right now. I'm gonna go pray, and then I'm gonna give me some love.
Mm, that didn't sound right. I'm gonna get me some love, but let's
Well,
let's
okay,
let's
eat, pray,
move on.
love.
Let's let's move on.
That did sound a little off.
I know. I'm gonna give me some too, Sam. Yeah, I want some love. But seriously, y'all. I just wish that hi, good morning. That it just were more simple sometimes. This technology is not designed to make life simple. It really is not. It really is not, and it has not. Eh, mm, I don't know. That's
Well,
my
one thing
opinion.
I will say this technology has allowed us to do is to actually have a podcast with me at the
Yeah,
house in my pajamas eating oatmeal while you are in these Bartlett streets.
yeah, yeah.
So we
Hey,
can
mommy. Good morning. My mom said thankful that she had the three of us when she did.
oh,
Ah,
oh,
yeah. Hey,
that's right.
mommy.
Good morning, Mama. Good morning.
Um,
Mm,
so, so
let me.
I would love to be somewhere eating with my mom, praying with my mom, and loving on my mom. But I gotta go to
Oh,
work.
well,
I gotta
okay,
go to the podcast center and go to work.
okay.
and,
Well,
and
listen.
and I love doing things at the podcast center too though. So seriously, so
Right.
don't get it taken.
Now
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
that
be.
taken the wrong way.
I'm, I'm,
Oh,
gonna, I'm gonna come to the podcast center today.
you're coming through?
Uh huh. Uh huh.
All
We got a
right.
meeting. Yeah, we got that meeting. Yeah, we got that meeting around 12 o'clock.
We
So
sure do. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. I better
you know
get with
something.
Melina. Make sure Melina
This is gonna be a
knows.
very interesting change because I got to get from my oatmeal pajama eating into some hair and makeup for Lavelle. Thank God for Lavelle interviewing us, and then I got to really throw some street clothes on and head out and go to Bartlett and make sure I'm driving the speed limit.
Yes, you do. That's right. But at least you won't be streaming at that time, looking
No,
to
I
the
won't.
left, looking to the right, having a
I don't
host
know how you
ask
do
you,
it.
"Hey, hey, but it is
Right,
sponsored by who? Tina,
right,
it's your turn." I
right.
don't know. I'm trying not to speed.
Right. Speaking about your mom, going back to your mom, your mom loves us, and I love her back. And ask her if she would just send a little note on something that she gleaned from aging that she can share with us.
Mama end up sending that text message as soon as we hit end, broadcast end, over. That's when my mama's gonna hit and respond.
Okay, Tina Mama, we need you to send us a little because honestly, I
She
know
will,
I'm.
but she does. It gets to me late.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. I have been around enough older women who have talked about, and I know where I am in this process. And that's why, like, friends of mine saying, "Hey, have you talked to a therapist? Are you confiding in people who have your back, like yourself?" And I'm not the only woman who goes through this because part of, I think, the menopausal stage of life is your need to reflect and
Oh,
recenter yourself because you have literally entered a new form of definition because you're no longer a creative woman in the way of giving birth to the world. And you have to find, I think, within your psyche, your purpose for being, because so much of a woman has been designed to give life, to give birth
yeah,
children.
yeah,
And when your ability to do that has ceased, you really do have to, like, well, what am I here for? What's my purpose now? And thank God black don't crack, but it does get a little gray. We do get the gray.
yeah, yeah.
And if God blesses us to get the real good gray hair that's silky and shiny and cute when we get it done,
Oh, see.
we will be in our 80s. So we may have another 30 to 40, even 50 years. And what does God want me to do with those other decades to come if God gives me long life? Like my mom passed at 87. So
Yeah,
if that's the case, I got 30 more years to figure out what I'm here for and how I
sure.
can be of service to the world. And that's one reason why I feel like I need a gap year because I have been transitioning from radio as a career. I've transitioned from being a dutiful daughter. And now we're in the midst of this media takeover. And I need to really be clear on what I'm
The
going.
direction.
You understand what I'm
Sure.
saying? That's right, Francine. It's like there's a time to redesign my life, and I want to do it in the best way possible with not taking old paradigms into the future. Oh, I'm about to cry. Hallelujah.
Oh. Well, don't, because my mom did text before the podcast ended. I can't believe it. But she says, most of the time, I still feel beautiful in my senior years. I wear off shoulder blouses, leggings, etc.
Woo, mama.
Yeah,
Okay.
mom says she still feels beautiful.
Thank you, Francine.
Now,
Thank you,
now,
Francine. So, oh,
what she say? What Francine say?
tell your mama, I was just looking at some flying ageless women, and I was noticing that, and I was looking at what I've been wearing, and of course, I've been in the house for the last 2 years, and I was like, oh, I think part of what I need. She said, "Go ahead, Tina, mama. I know that's right, honey." What Tina said, Francine said, "Go ahead, Tina's mama." I'm like, well, maybe part of what I need to do is change my look, age appropriately. Age appropriately.
Right.
That's
Well,
right.
see, my mom is fly. My mom is fly. My sister is fly. My sister actually has a fashion show that's coming up March 27th at the Hickory Hill Town Center. That is it's addressing ladies, and that's the title of it. Address me as a lady, and and the ladies there will be modeling dresses. And we're talking about female and self help, self Tina, self health, black love, black woman, female love, so on and so forth. And I forget the time, but you can go to her page, Amy Neely. It's under Address Me as a Lady. And and so my mom and I were talking about how she and my sister are both alike in that area. Like they love the blouses, the leggings, the off shoulder type stuff, and little old me, jogging suits. Give me a jogging suit. Is it comfortable? This shirt ain't comfortable. It is off my shoulder and my shoulder's cold. I don't want it. I need a jogging suit. I need a jogging shirt.
It is actually called the cold shoulder blouse. I need to talk to your mom because I need
a t-shirt.
I need whatever she's getting those because I love that free flowing. I do need to just really get some. And I was just looking at myself. It's like, well, first of all, you haven't invested in a wardrobe in a minute because, being in a radio station, unlike you, you've always been on television.
Right.
Mostly.
And what? That's probably it. That's probably it for me. Waking up so super early, especially me, because I was morning show. So I would be up at 3, eating breakfast at 4, and headed to the radio station at 5 and on air at 6. Hey, good morning. It's Dr. Tina. Hey, so on and so forth. So no, we don't dress up for what? 3 o'clock in the morning? Man,
and see, oftentimes I was either midday or afternoon drive, so I did have to come to the station appropriately dressed. Right, and COVID didn't help. That's right, Francine. Being in the house,
right? COVID didn't help.
So now, like I said, I can jump on this live just as long as my hair and makeup and top is cute. You don't know if I got on flip flops, house shoes, whatever. But to now be out, and I'm so grateful for you, Tina. I want to say this as a celebration of womanhood and sisterhood. Thank you for advising me to get out and start subbing. And of course, I can always use extra money, but I'm finding out that one of the biggest things that's helping me with is getting back around other people. Being around young people is definitely helping, and seeing myself engaging outside of my normal flow is actually having me look at myself in a different way. So thank you, sister.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so did y'all see that my echo has pretty much gone? It's because apparently she's at the podcast center.
I am.
See, it's when you're in that car.
But you didn't know it because I didn't fuss at anyone today. True story. Last Friday, Faustin Henderson, which I'm surprised he has not checked in with us this morning, but he called and he was like, "Hey, I was just calling to get more information again about the podcast center because I'll be ready for my show, maybe March or April, and wanted to get more information." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. You need to do X, Y, Z, and da 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 da." Then all of a sudden, I see this raggedy car in my rearview mirror coming up behind me. Had 2 different color greens on it and everything, and I'm in Bartlett. And I'm like, I say, yeah, and this will be great. And, you should do X, Y, Z. Hey, wait a minute. Move your raggedy car. Get your raggedy car self out the way. Then he said, wait a minute, Miss Tina, you driving? I said, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, babe. I forget. I'm supposed to stay professional with you. he just started laughing. I said, "Yeah, I totally pulled a Christie Taylor, a Taylor Tilton show thing on you, didn't I?" I said,
Yes,
"I'm
you
sorry,
did.
my bad,
Yes, you
my
did.
bad." I said, "I'm sorry, Foster. Let me get back professional with you. I'll email you the information that you need." And he just started laughing. He's like, "Man, you for real? This how you do for real?" I said, "Yeah, yes, child, yes."
Road
But
rage.
no, not road rage. I mean, she was about to hit me. She was too close. I couldn't even see her. I couldn't even see her headlights.
Oh wow.
And again, her car was two-toned, two different greens. I said, "You ain't got no insurance. You need to move and drive safely." Like I said before, if you're gonna be uninsured, at least drive the speed limit
Ooh,
and get off people's bumpers.
ooh,
Drive right,
ooh.
dear
They,
Lord,
you should always be able to see somebody else's headlights. If you
for
to the
sure.
point where you can't see their tailpipe or their headlights,
Right,
you too close.
right. You're too close. Correct. And if I can see your car got two different greens on it, you're too close. We
Well,
better get out of here, Christy Taylor. Who do you have on your show today?
okay, well, first of all, I'm super excited to have the Taylor Tilton Show, which is brought to you by Christie Taylor Consulting. Be sure to check us out at christietaylorconsulting.com. If
Come.
you are interested in show development, if you want to put together a podcast, a YouTube show, a television show, I even assist for people in the film industry. I am here for you. And Tina Tilton, the
With the
podcast center,
podcast center. Yeah, we're here for you as well.
she will actually broadcast your podcast on Comcast. So I help
She
you
said
put
it.
the show together, and she helps you
Hey, she said it.
to the
Hey,
world. So with
hey.
that being said, also the Taylor Tilton Hour is coming up in about 3 minutes. In 5 minutes, we are in Memphis, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Rome,
Uh-huh.
Georgia,
Yep.
Florence, Alabama, and now
Yep.
Huntsville, Alabama. And I have
Hey.
an amazing guest today, Angela Y. Irving, who is a six-figure, probably a multimillionaire. She has a six-figure entrepreneurial lab that she teaches people how to get those 6 and 7 figures, and she also has a new her luxury skincare line. Black lady,
Look at that.
very chic, and she spoke some empowering words to me about the importance of how to move from poverty to prosperity, having her own testimony from after being divorced, being homeless twice, and coming to the point where she now
Sheesh.
makes 7 figures. So a powerful woman. She
She
even
earned
praised me.
those figures. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
she did. Yes, she did. So that's who I have, Angela Y. Irving on the Christie Taylor Show. And coming up on
Yeah.
10 is The Blend. Who do you have coming up at 10:30?
I have Teflon Don. If you are a Memphis rapper, you know who Teflon Don is. And this guy has been, he's won several awards. He's actually, oh, if I tell it, I don't want to tell it all. But let's just say he's got some sports ties, and he has some military ties, and his name is actually not mafia related. So you got to watch that. You got to check it out. Yeah, you got to check out Tina Tilton's The Blend today at 10:30, coming on right after the Christie Taylor Show today at 10. She's
All right,
10, I'm
ladies and
10:30.
Yay. Well, we appreciate everybody who hung out with us. And for those who are going to be watching this in the replay, hugs and kisses to you as well. Was that too much? Was that too much?
Probably.
Just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with the Taylor Tilton Show. Hang out with us next Tuesday, 9 a.m.
Yes.
Right here.
And Lavelle, we'll see you in about 10, 15 minutes. We late.
We are super.
Bye, y'all.
Everybody. All right, much love.
Man, this is ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And this is ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma.